the dark one's the Spitfire in the lead, and that's a aircraft that's a combat veteran 453 Squadron in Europe during the latter stages of the Second World War. And the Mustang's painted up to represent a 77 Squadron Mustang that served in Korea just after the Second World War. That was eventually replaced by the Meteor F8.
Just before getting onto the Mustang, how many Spitfires were built during that period? More than 20,000, I understand.
22,000.
22,000. Yeah. I'll just let you listen to these engines again, ladies and gentlemen. The Spitfire today's been flown by Flight Lieutenant Stephen Deeth and Mustang by Squadron Leader Dan Keogh, who's ex-roulette leader.
Guy, what was it about the Merlin as a power plant? Why we always hear talk of that? What made it so special?
Probably the 60 series variant in these aircraft were really, the engine really came into its own for its high altitude capability with a 2-speed, 2-stage supercharger, enabled it to keep sea level horsepower up to about 25,000 feet. The Spitfire first flew in 1936. Testament to the design of the aircraft that was developed through various models. I think it had a very early version of what's called a laminar flow airfoil. So even though they're the same horsepower, the Mustang. Here comes Stephen now, pulling in for a manoeuvre. He would have been doing about 280 knots at the bottom of that loop. So our job nowadays with the 100 Squadron is to preserve these airframes for future generations. So as you can see, we're very gentle with them. Steve's doing a Cuban 8 manoeuvre, which is a 3/4 loop and a roll, building up speed again. Very gentle, no more than 3 Gs.
I just spoke to Mr. Eagle, and 22,216 Spitfires were built.
We're a little bit off there.
Clarifying that, Peter. I was 1 or 2 off, I think. But that's a lot of aircraft, isn't it?
Yes.
Guy, it's no exaggeration to say that flying a Spitfire would be most pilots' dream. You get to do it for 100 Squadron. Tell us what that experience is like.
I'll just let you listen to that engine again. Look, it's a real honour and a privilege to fly the Spitfire. It never diminishes, but it also comes with that responsibility to look after the aircraft and preserve them for future generations. So here's Squadron Leader Keogh now in the Mustang doing a wing over manoeuvre. Come back, it's gaining energy now for his next manoeuvre. Power settings we normally use are probably just less than normal climb power. Obviously during combat manoeuvres we're using a lot more power, so it's probably got about 50 or 60% potential power on it at the moment.
We see a scoop underneath the Mustang. What does that do?
Yeah, being a water-cooled engine, there's actually 3 radiators in the Mustang altogether. Same as the Spitfire, there's an oil-cooler radiator, an engine coolant radiator, and also an intercooler radiator. So if you look closely, you might be able to see a scoop just underneath the belly of the Mustang, and that's the hot air outlet from the radiators. So being a water-cooled engine means the frontal area can be a lot less than an air-cooled engine.
Having flown both aircraft, you have flown the Mustang, you have flown the Spitfire. Could you give us a brief comparison?
Oh, that's a difficult one. It's they're both quite different actually. The Mustang's a lot cleaner. It's a lot faster for the same power setting. But the Spitfire's a classic dogfighter. It has a wing that's much better at low speed, so it'll outturn the Mustang. It'll outclimb the Mustang because it's lighter for the same horsepower. So as a classic dogfighter, I prefer to be in the Spitfire, I think, if it was a turning fight. But the Mustang could always disengage and run for home because he's quicker. If I was given the choice, which one to fly, which one if I was being gifted one, it'd have to be the Spitfire, because it's just a classic. But that's not taking anything away from the Mustang either. It's beautiful to fly as well.
I was about to say, Guy, give us 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Oh, Spitfire. Tell me about that.
Yes. So here comes Squadron Leader Keogh again, pulling up. Probably be a rolling manoeuvre by looking here. Aileron roll to the left.
You mentioned Korea. How were these aircraft used by the RAAF in Korea?
Well, initially they were there up as a peacekeeping squadron.